Hey, all right. Welcome back to Raff's Brain, a show about things that are interesting to me. Raff's Brain is my playground for curiosity, for connection, for openness. We're experimenting with how these principles can be applied in a context of a conversation with people. Anyway, I'm here today with my cuz. I think that the proper title is what was it again? First,
Cousin twice removed.
twice removed or first? I think you're first removed.
First removed. Yeah, yeah. Cousin first removed because it's one away. I don't
If
know.
you have kids, then I would be second removed maybe. How does that sound?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
Just
We'll have
keep
to look
that in
that.
mind. If we ever get to that point, that's going to be something, and I don't know. We'll have to start a whole new show about that. Bottom line is we're here for another episode of Riffin with Raff, Fitness at 50, where I chat with my cousin first removed slash personal trainer, virtual assistant of health, fitness, wellness, and nutrition, Zachariah Lawson. Good to see you. How you doing?
Good to see you too, man. How was
Well,
your Thanksgiving?
it's been an eventful couple of days, man. An eventful week. We last chatted about a week ago, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah. And how was your Thanksgiving?
Well, that's there's a lot of ways I can answer that. You know, as a whole, it was wonderful to get together with family. I returned to West Virginia for several days, and I was staying on track initially. I think I derailed a little bit, and so we had to really unpack this a little bit today. And you have to remind me that it's a journey, not a destination, and like don't get all, too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
The good news is I started off strong. Like we didn't leave our house until Thanksgiving Day, so Thursday, which wasn't that long ago. I have to keep in mind it wasn't like this was 2 weeks ago. This was only 4 days ago.
Yeah.
I was very good. We didn't, we stopped for gas. I didn't get any junk food.
There we go.
So that was a good win. I was making progress, and then I had a Thursday buffet dinner with my father and his friend, and so we had a good dinner there, and I didn't go crazy. I actually was okay. I think I kept it under control. I started off very strong, Zach. Started
There
off
we go.
strong. Oh, also the morning before I left, I did an hour of hot yoga. It was very intense, so I was ahead of the curve. I was like, I'm off strong start.
Yeah.
And then I think what happened is Friday, it's cold, dude. West Virginia, it's not that far away, but it was freezing out there,
Oh, I
dude.
bet. Yeah.
And so I wasn't quite prepared. This is my own fault, my own undoing. I didn't pack enough warm clothes. I had all these ambitions. I'm going to go walk every day for an hour and a half or whatever, like I have been doing here so routinely.
Yeah.
But I took like two or three steps outside. I'm like, dude, it's too cold out here. I can't do this. And then my sister down the street does have a treadmill, so it only would have required me to have motivation, and I just kind of slacked, man. I can't describe what happened. It was a conscious laziness that it just kind of consumed me, and I think it has something to do with my environment and with,
Yeah.
it's just there's a lot of factors that play into it. But I
So,
kind of slipped, and then Friday wasn't so bad food wise, but yesterday was Saturday was Thanksgiving, and we did it like in a sense, my sister hosted a later Thanksgiving. And anyway, it was all good. I don't think it was terrible, Zach. Let me say this. I haven't weighed myself yet. I'll weigh myself tomorrow morning because I
okay.
want to I have to be here in the right settings and everything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'll be up a little bit. It's gonna disappoint me, but I wasn't horrible. I didn't go that bad. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm reminding myself I wasn't terrible. I guess yesterday was the worst I was. I ate maybe like two helpings of Thanksgiving plated food, and I kind of like passed out for an hour.
Yeah. I think when I was back in Virginia, this was kind of part of the reason I wanted to move to Florida was I noticed that when I was in my same old environment that I grew up in, I kind of reverted back to like the same habits I had growing up. And so I feel like when I'm in a different setting, different environment, I can kind of recreate myself. Whereas as soon as I go back and I'm around my family, or especially if I'm back at home or whatever, I kind of take on those like old habits I had there. Especially if like
Yes.
I have that same old food that I used to have in that house, or if I, had many times where I wasn't on top of my fitness when I lived there, I kind of just revert back to those old habits. It's a pretty common thing.
Thank you for reminding me that this is a common thing. I should be stronger, but I lost a little bit, and that's okay. Um, I kind of decided maybe a little bit on Friday and then on thir Saturday, just kind of like, I know this is going to not be a good couple of days. I'm lazy. It's too cold out. And the reality is, it wasn't that cold. I could have done it. Like, I just had to man up, but I didn't. So it's like, that's on me, but I'll be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to step on the scale tomorrow. I'm going to be a little disappointed, but as long as I anticipate that and I get back starting on Monday, lock it in, I'll
Hear
go
you.
I'll be fine all the way through Christmas and then New Year's and then it's a new year and then I'll be good, man. I wasn't terrible. I didn't go off the rails. Good news was, even though I had some friends there, we were tied up with doing a lot of other things with the family, so it wasn't a lot of binge drinking and that type of activity, which could be very tempting and easy to fall
Yeah,
into in those environments.
definitely. Yeah. And I mean, even for myself too, like Thanksgiving was just a very hectic week in general.
What were you doing? You were just there. Did you go? No, you were just with your bros in Florida,
I
right?
ended up just having, I actually had a lot of clients on Thursday. Like I ended up training like six people and then got off at like five or so and called Thomas and Jeremiah. I was like, hey, maybe I could come down there for Thanksgiving dinner. And I had gotten like a pie for it. And I hit them up and they were like, yeah, we're having dinner right now, but you can still come join. And they live like over an hour away.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, you know what? I think I should just stay home.
You
Had some,
just stayed, you had a lonely Thanksgiving. Is that what?
yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
But I did have that pie, so I
Did you
was
crush
safe.
the whole pie? Did
No, I did force myself to have a piece like both each night since then.
Oh, whoa. So a couple consecutive nights, but you can do this. The key is it's not like you shouldn't or can't do that. You know, it's not necessarily advisable every day, but
Yeah. It's hard when it's here in the house though. I'm like,
yeah.
even I woke up and even for breakfast, I was like, I mean, I do have this pie. You know, it's
This is
like
true.
having it
Yeah.
there, it's not good.
Environments, dude. Environments. And I'm totally sure of it. Now here's I'll say this. Let me say this. Um, Wednesday night. So we left on Thursday. So Wednesday night we cooked at home and I didn't know what to make. And so we were just cleaning out our, refrigerator and stuff. We're going to be gone for a few days. Oh, we have a taco kit. Okay, I can do a taco or two. It's not terrible, especially the beef or whatever. But what I needed, which we didn't have, was nacho chips. And so I said, that's not the healthiest thing, but let me go out there and look. And then here's what was funny, dude. And I have pictures of this. I should post about it. I was going to post about it. These are the types of things that just cause me to think about my own ability to control my consumption. I went to the supermarket and the Tostitos were on sale. The sale is a weird sale. It's not like, hey, $1 off a bag. That would seem like a normal sale to me.
Right?
It was $1 off like one bag, which was
Uh,
fine, or it was like $8 off four bags. Is that right? Yes, it was like double the savings if you got a bunch more, you know?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, but it didn't count. If you got two bags, it wouldn't matter. Three, but you had to get four bag. I was like, did the math. I was like, this is crazy. Am I going to get four bags of nachos? And then what I ended up
Uh,
doing is I did, but I got them different variety. So I thought I'd like do a taste test, like the thin, the lime flavor, this and that. I don't even want some of this stuff. I'm probably have to take it to work and just give it away. Um, but I just felt like I had to have that savings. I was like, wow, that's a great deal. That's a
yeah.
great deal for like $2 off a bag if you get four bags.
You know who else has these same sales methods?
No.
Drug dealers.
The first hit's free. Like
Right?
seriously,
Yeah.
they might as well just give me a nacho and then lure me in and charge me $10,000. I would do it. It's like it's unstoppable.
It's like, hey man, you might, you got this. I know you came here for this, but I've also got this. And tell you what, I'll give you a discount on the whole thing.
Volume discounts get me, dude.
Right?
Do you have a Costco down there or a
You do a
Sam's
Sam's
Club? This
Club, yeah, as
same
well.
thing.
Yeah.
Now, for a single guy, I bet it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Although you could get chickens for like $3 or $4. They're really cheap. The hot dogs are probably
Yeah.
not that healthy. How do you approach that? Or do you use it for like mass? Do you actually go there? Do you do that? No.
So since I'm so far from it and
Yeah,
since I'm usually so busy, I end up just going to like Publix every day.
sure.
Not
Makes
every
sense.
day, but let's say like every few days.
Right.
And I'm pretty consistent with like the same foods that I found that have like
Mhm.
worked for me where I just feel good enough. And if I have them at my house, I'll be like, it's honestly almost kind of like I'm too lazy to go get something else. Or I'm
Yeah.
like, well, if I go eat out, then it's kind of like Thomas came over last night and we made like um steaks with like fries that we cooked ourselves in like the
Mm,
air fryer.
yeah.
And that wasn't too bad, but just between the two of us, it was like 50 some bucks. And I'm like, versus me just getting like ground beef and rice, which is just like 10
Which,
bucks.
yeah, what you know and is easy and go to. I have yet to
Yeah.
really, that's maybe my next level. Maybe in December, as we jump into December tomorrow, I should start thinking a lot more about these prep meals. I mean, I've been eating well aside from the past couple days. I mean, I've been making the past 3 months, I've done a lot better. Um, but I haven't completely gotten to the point where you have, which is a kind of go-to clutch, ever ready, easy to make. The ingredients are almost always at your fingertips. Like, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm lacking at the moment.
What
So
helps me too is that it's like the night before. So like I've sent you some pictures before where I just do the same thing every
yes,
night where I'll make like
impressive.
my
Yeah,
2 eggs, 3 egg whites, and then right after I make that, I just use the same pan and I make my pound of ground beef. And that way I have it for the next day. And then it would actually take more effort for me to get some other type of food than just to eat what I have in the fridge right there. So like even since last night, hanging out with Thomas, I didn't, and today's Sunday, I usually take Sunday to eat whatever I feel like anyways, but
right.
didn't make my 2 eggs and 3 egg white. So I'm like, what do I want for breakfast? Think of all these different restaurants I want to go to, whatever, versus if I just have it there for that next morning, it's just like, I'm just
Boom.
going to eat it. I'm not going to waste it. So
Last week I was on a roll, man, because we have a diner down the street. Colleen was out doing her thing for work and had work dinners, so I could have done stuff at home. I should eat more at home. But I went to the diner, I just had like eggs, scrambled eggs. That's it.
perfect.
Or a veggie omelet,
Yeah,
but
perfect.
no cheese and a fruit cup instead of hash browns. Like I felt good about it. It did cost a lot. I was like, this is I should just make. I was
Yeah.
like, every time I was consuming it, I'm like, I should just go there and make this at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
Something about making your food at home is just exponentially more difficult. So same for me. Like if I go to a restaurant,
yeah,
I'm like, I'm already here, so I might as well get the thing that's more difficult to make
that's right.
because I don't want to make it,
That's
right?
true.
Whereas if I'm at home, I'm like, I should just make something simple because I'm just too lazy to make something more difficult. Like
Yeah,
the omelet's a good example. I'm not gonna like, you know, cook bacon and sausage and chop
right,
up onions and peppers and do all this extra stuff to make a great omelet. Whereas if I went to like an IHOP, I'd be like, oh yeah, give me the Western omelet. Like
right.
put everything in it, you know?
It is fascinating. So yeah, it was a tough week, but a good time. And I guess, just kind of keep things in balance. And I'll get back on target here in the coming week. Starting really tomorrow is when it kicks in.
Yeah.
And I'll get back. I might even today, I need to get out. Even it's a little bit, it's not cold here as much as it is just a little wet, it's a little rainy, a little
Yeah.
misty. But we also have a treadmill. I can do this easily right down in my basement without any excuse. And I've been doing that a lot for the past 3 months. I mean, I don't want to say I've not missed any days, but I've probably 98% batting average. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
crushing
Yeah.
on the steps and I enjoy it. And it doesn't, the weird thing too, I'll say this, as someone who didn't walk a lot prior to say August, September, when I started doing it daily, discipline, 10,000 steps, really pushing myself.
Yeah.
What I discovered is it doesn't seem like such a big deal to go walk places. Like I
Yeah.
used to be averse to that. A friend of mine, so this is like maybe a month ago, so it's like a little distant, but a friend of mine was like, "Hey, my son's playing ice hockey at the arena, which is about a mile from my house. Do you want to meet there and just say hello? Because I hadn't seen him in a while." I said, "Oh yeah, of course." And I thought I'll just drive there. Then I was like, "Wait a second, it's only a mile away." Typically, I would have driven to this place, no
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Of
But I
course.
said, "Hey, if you can, I could give me like 20 minutes. I'll." And then at the park, then have to go through the parking. And so it's much easier. And
Definitely.
it was easy. It was easy. And the
Yeah.
time passed. I wasn't tired. I was like, that was a great way to get steps in. I actually had a purpose.
Yeah.
Oh
That was one thing
gosh.
Thomas used to tell me too, is that when he moved places, he said the best way to fall in love with where you live is to just walk around it, just
Yeah.
walk places. So even my first 6 months I lived in Miami, I didn't bring my car down. I just walked everywhere.
Yeah.
It made me much more fond of like South Beach, which I live in North Beach now, which I kind of want to move back to South Beach because it's so walkable. Like
Okay.
I'm not within Closest grocery store is probably a couple miles
Yeah, you
from
got
me
to
right
drive to
now.
that. You can't. I mean, you could be
Yeah,
really
I
ambitious and
could
take
be
a.
really ambitious, yeah, but then I end up buying like 2 or 3 gallons of milk and a case of water, so I'm gonna be regretting it. I used to do that though in South Beach when I only lived like less than a mile from the store. I'd be like, I'm gonna get a pack of Gatorades, and it'd be like my farmer's carry
That's amazing.
back home, and I really like that.
That
So I
yeah,
only I only have 2 months left on my lease here, and more than likely going to end up moving back to South Beach just so I can be closer to work. And when it comes time for like traffic, I only live 6 miles from the gym, but with traffic, it can sometimes be like 45 minutes to an hour to get home.
that's horrific, man.
Which
I'm
you're in
sorry.
Arlington,
Yeah, which but thankfully my office is only a mile from my house as well, and I'll start walking there more on occasion. Although it's tougher because I have a backpack, and it's just
yeah,
also the weather. This is a difficult. It's less
different in your
common,
environment.
but it's
Yeah,
different. But the point you're making is a good one. Like work close to, if you can live close. I think live close to work. Those commutes are life killers. Like what would you do?
definitely.
Think about, I used to have a job in Bethesda, Maryland, which this is thankfully a long time ago, maybe 15 years ago or so. And I would commute 45 minutes to an hour each way every day.
Yeah,
And I started to think to myself, man, I tried to make productive use of that time. At one point I was trying to learn Spanish with these Spanish cassette tapes and things. It
yeah,
was stupid. I didn't make much progress. But I just didn't want to waste my time. I wasn't like, what can I do to like utilize this better?
yeah,
Talk about lack of exercise. I just didn't. That's the last thing. 2 hours of my life every day gone.
yeah.
That could have easily been staying in shape or doing. And I get it. You can still have a commute and be in shape. I understand.
100%, but it's different. The
It's just
the drive usually wears you out more than the exercise.
true. Can be very stressful. Certainly with city drivers and Maryland drivers. Man, oof, they're
Or unless you
terrible.
have like a Flintstone car where it's like you maybe put some bike pedals down there and you're just exercising on the road. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it is actually. Maybe we could come up
We
with
should
that.
maybe we should contact Elon to see if he'd be interested in that idea.
It would probably be more like your feet wouldn't touch the ground, but you might pedal,
Exactly.
which would generate some electricity for the car,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Dude, Zach, all right, we gotta map this out because electric cars and driverless cars are definitely on the horizon. They aren't coming there. I like to drive, so I'm not like that excited about it, but I'm okay with it, and I'm not. I think it'll be good for humanity because
Yeah,
people can't drive very well, so I'm okay with the autonomous vehicles.
yeah,
Um, but that gives us that opens up a lot of freedom in the car, right?
yeah,
Like if you're not driving, I guess you could be listening to a podcast, reading a book, watching TV, whatever, on your phone. But
yeah.
maybe there might be some type of fitness equipment that needs to fit within a car that would basically be like do a light workout on your way to the office or back on the way home. I don't think it would require you to wear different clothes, but it's just like
Fantastic idea.
we have to think about what that's going to look like because people are soon going to be like just hopping in a box that takes you, and it might take you 15 minutes to get somewhere,
Yeah.
half an hour to get somewhere, and you have nothing to do. Why don't you try to make some crunches? How can you, the other part of this though, I'm not trying to derail it. I'm saying the downside to working out when you have clothes on, you're going to work or something, is you don't want to be
Uh-huh.
all sweaty and messed up,
Yeah.
like, so I don't know. I don't know
That's
what the,
why I do like athletic brands that have clothes that you can kind of wear to both.
I need
Like
to
that
look
has
into
like
that.
good material.
Yeah, I hate that. Dude, my biggest thing, which isn't as much now, I think it's when you're way out of shape and you're first trying to make progress, your body takes a lot longer to recover. I
Yeah,
hated
definitely.
it. And I was in a hurry. Like I would go to work out, I'd work out really hard, I'd be really sweaty and nasty, but I'd go immediately to the showers and start changing into my work clothes,
Yeah.
like a collared button-down shirt.
Yeah.
And then I'm out of the shower. I've been out for a couple minutes and I'm still sweating and sweating
Yeah.
through. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, we need to
My
get over
body's
this.
still like thermogenic, so it's still just
Yes.
like it's not going to calm down for like 30 minutes.
And then you go to the office and your sweat is coming through your body. I hate
Yeah.
that. I'm like, dude, I'm nasty. But I'm
Yeah.
healthy. I'm healthy. Why aren't people happy to see that I'm healthy?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, people don't see the healthy, they just see the sweaty.
That's funny. Okay. So I appreciate your support. Thank you. Also, you checked in, by the way. I appreciate it during Thanksgiving and everything. And I was a little less responsive. I mean, I did respond, but I was just busy. I was running around.
Yeah, the same for me. Super busy.
Yeah, we're busy. Dude, it's crazy, you know. But we're gonna be locked in again tomorrow. It starts back to action, and I'll make progress
I've been
and
thinking more about the what we talked about too, as well as me like posting more. I need to be able to do that now. So I this past week I actually hit my quotas and my numbers so that I could be moved up to like the next level of trainer at the gym,
that's great.
which was yeah, huge for
I'm
me.
giving
Where
you a plot. I'm gonna drop in a reaction.
there we go, huge relief, and then I'll be there we go, and then I'll I think I'm also going to be at 1,000 hours as of this week of training at the gym that I'm
So
at.
explain this to me for the uninformed. You've leveled up in a sense, like you're from
Yeah,
little Mario to big Mario.
yeah.
What did that entail? You had to accomplish so many number of sessions or something, or how does this work?
Yeah, so it has to be like you have to hit a certain amount of pay periods that you're doing like over 55 sessions per week
Wow, wow,
or per 2 weeks, sorry. So that's like usually 25 to 30 sessions per week of training. And then you have to meet a requirement of like 800 training sessions, which I already done like as of a month ago. So then it's just hitting those consistently.
great job, man. That's
Yeah.
amazing. You've
Yeah.
got to you. All right, we're gonna the next couple weeks. I think we're gonna wind not completely because maybe we'll just check in. Maybe we'll set these up more monthly or something. I don't know. We'll see what we're feeling.
Yeah. Let's push
But
for the new year.
for you, we had as we're going in the new year for sure. We have like say like 4 more weeks or something. Let's or 3 more after this one because tomorrow's December 1st, man. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Or
it's
wait, one.
crazy. I can't
So
believe it.
time is
But
getting
yeah, today's the 30th. Yeah, yeah. Wow.
so um we'll start thinking about what are you gonna do for the new year to get your personal brand rolling,
Yeah.
what does that look like? How do you map out and something that you can execute? How do you build in documenting your journey as a professional trainer into bake that into your day in a way that's convenient, and
Yeah.
like a lot of the strategies you've suggested to me about planning, preparing, being ahead, the way that I struggle, but I when I do it,
Yeah.
it works. It's probably similar tactically than if you think about the next day, you can actually write in advance. Like, what are the
Yeah.
moments that I'm going to document or take a
Or now you can
photo?
create drafts and you can make the
Yes.
content the day in advance.
Oh my gosh, dude. And this is where it's going to get really mind blowing. And I'm going to take all the transcripts. I promise you, this is going to happen probably like 2 weeks from now. I'll do this. Um, all the transcripts from all of our episodes. I'll hone in specifically on the things you've been saying, refine the lessons. What are his key takeaways? How would you present this in a book or like a one page like takeaway versus a chapter by chapter, breakdown? How would you write this? And then how do you build social media around these insights? And
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should have it do it for you. That becomes too robotic and people don't want trash. There's a lot
Yeah.
crap out there. You probably see it on your feeds. I see it on my
Definitely.
feeds.
Yeah.
You have original things to say, but it could help inspire you. And you could say like, hey, I need a prompt a day for the next 30 days.
That's a great idea.
And it can help you get ideas for content. I'm really bullish on your potential. So if you don't do this, it's going to upset me, but it's okay. It's your life. It's not my
And I know
fault.
once I start doing it, the thing is I've been putting it off for so long where I'm like, I'm going to start doing this. Once I'm at this point, then I'm going to start doing it. I'm waiting so
Don't
long.
wait.
Yeah.
Dude, just get going.
Yeah.
Just so you know, also, not this is a big deal. It's not necessarily, you don't have to know about this, but tomorrow I'm launching a LinkedIn newsletter it's mostly documenting uh some ambitions I have, but it's like reflections on my 50th birthday party. I'm posting the video to my 45-minute one man show that I performed. And there's then also some breakdowns like
Okay.
Raff's brain content. And I mentioned you. Oh, this is what I need to ask you. Are you on LinkedIn or
So
not?
yeah, you asked me this. I have a LinkedIn. I think I have all of like maybe 5 friends on there.
That's okay.
So yeah, I'll send you my LinkedIn
I'll
so I
tag
can.
you there. And also, if you want, because you prefer like Instagram as a platform
Yeah,
to,
yeah, yeah.
I think I know that, but send that to me too. Text both of those to
Okay.
me. I'm going to tag you in LinkedIn. It won't matter. You won't care. But I promise you, the world doesn't really know much about Raph's brain. But the
Yeah,
world
like I
does,
said, my LinkedIn is like 5 people, so I'm in the
but on
same
LinkedIn,
boat.
on my LinkedIn presence is not huge. I'm a nobody. Okay, very clearly, I want you to know this. But I do have some greater visibility there.
Okay.
This is the first time I will be posting non-work stuff though. This is like Rob's curiosity. I'm doing
Okay.
a monthly newsletter. At least that's how it's starting out. It's called Raff's Brain Dispatch. The first episode, the dispatch number one, is like my one man show, Raff's Brain podcast. You get a shout out in that, so I'll tag you there. And then some other stuff, work related things. It's like a mishmash. I'm going to try to like use it as an accountability device once a month. Some lessons I've learned, some reflections, progress, episodes of content people might be interested in, and maybe they won't. I don't care. To some degree, it's like this is more like a something I need to do for myself,
Yeah.
and I think others might enjoy it, but we'll find out. Stay
Okay,
tuned.
nice.
Anyway, that's coming in, and I'll say yes. Send me your info. I'll tag you, and I'll also list your Instagram. And this is just a way people find out about you, like.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we should talk more about like what I have to look at your channels, and you don't need to do anything I ever tell you, by the way. Okay, it's like all just me spouting off.
In
But
the same way with like the fitness thing, I
it's
need
true.
the same push back the opposite way.
Exactly.
I'm like very technologically challenged.
You are not. You think you are. These are excuses. This is, dude, I love this. This is a complete 180. We are helping each other because
Yeah.
I say things to you. You're like, that's not true, man. Like this is not true. You
Yeah.
say, oh, I'm not. You aren't. You think it's a narrative that you build in your brain, right?
Yeah.
It's you say that about yourself, and that's what you become. Versus, hey, I am capable. I can do this. Like you've helped me believe that I know how to make good choices. I can go out there and get 10,000 steps a day. It's just a matter of taking action on it. Don't create this narrative in your brain that you can't do something because then you won't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, I love you, dude. This is amazing.
Love
I'm
you too, pal.
excited. You gave me a lot of energy. It was a rough couple of days, but I come out of this feeling very, very inspired. And the
There
next
you go.
week and 2 weeks are going to be amazing. Getting back on track. The post Thanksgiving March to Christmas, and then of New Year's, and then a brand new day. Once I get past New Year's, then the sky's the limit. There's nothing
Yeah.
until like,
Well, just think of the holiday as a carb up. Like
that's
we
right.
just use that for energy for the week.
Awesome, dude. This is amazing. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting me through this. And it's going to keep it rolling. And we'll keep this show going at least 3 more weeks from here, and then take it from there. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks, Zach. See you guys. Have a good
So
one.
yeah.